sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The echoes of the Gallahorn and the Skull chant reverberate inside U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings.
2026 Minnesota Vikings. Justin Tucker.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Glad you're with us. That's the veteran Justin Tucker, ready to get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as a result of him being your quarterback. Like, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. It's a big one for the Ravens. And even 30 yards. First and 10 now from the 36. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Fitzpatrick.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020, national champion at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league, and really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Hawkinson in motion. The first carry for the Spartans. Kenneth Walker. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. The defense throws a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That's another.
2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
36-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
At the 20-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Off the read, here's Burrow. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Hawkinson in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Burrow throwing on 4th down. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Vikings.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the second time. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He's got the hook up there on the comeback pass. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zone. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
And the Raven 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Vikings 26-yard line.
So after 1, it's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. As we are ready to get back underway. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson.
Jackson's pass. Complete to number 5. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. And goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. From the gun, Jackson. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. No space, no separation that time. And that's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
3rd and goal for Jackson. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Ravens will level things out at 7 apiece. We're on top, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10.
Mama, I got what you need, give me the food. I'm gonna have it, I ain't gonna make it. So come give me a hug, you can find me in the club. Mama, I got what you need.
Under 10.
Burrow now. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From 29, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action for Burrow. To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw, Burrow. He's got his tight end, Hopkinson. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. This one brought in by Hopkinson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
A big play for Minnesota. 32 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
He gets it to Samuel, left side. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch. Burrow to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Two minutes to play. First half, All tied at 7. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, 2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Walker. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Throwing is Burrow. He'll get this into the hands of Debo. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. Talk things over before third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. Third and goal. Now, Burrow. And he's in. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota.
What a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Tucker for the point out.
Lining up for the extra point.
He's got it. The Vikings will move out to a 14-7 lead. Touchdown was scored. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. And they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 3.
The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as the they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Third down, 3 to go. To the air one more time with Jackson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Jackson sacked. A loss of 7 yards. And it's 4th down.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28th-yard line. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. Quick throw, taken in. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
2nd and inches. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
I should probably
At
start
the
that head, boy, 'cause I got
43-yard
other heads, boy. All that Drake you got to chill.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. Not much to speak of on that one. Gain of a second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Jackson. This throw right is taken in by foul.
Jackson's pass.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9. Brings up second and 1 at the 29-yard line.
A good spot here. Second and a yard. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third and short, Jackson. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at fourth down as a result.
On fourth down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. This will be returnable from his own 15. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 31, here is second down and 7. To throw is Burrow. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, as that catch gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Burrow. That's Hooper open right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. Now Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 13. First down, Minnesota.
First down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Fourth quarter now, and it'll begin with a run by Etienne. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
At the 16-yard
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now. You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Burrow. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Vikings will take a 21-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 5. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Raven first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. First down, Baltimore.
11 on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Now, Jackson. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. Incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And they'll bring up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got third down coming up.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
On third down, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Jackson from the gun on third down. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Again, it's Jackson. He's got it inside the 5. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
This is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Vikings 21, Ravens 14.
Now back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A first down throw for Burrow. There's that man again. Another catch. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
A gain of 3 yards.
The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And third and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
From the 33, here's 2nd and inches. Here's Walker. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Back at the 36-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That gets him to 100 yards exactly after that reception and gets his team a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Second and 11. So a win here for the Vikings. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy.